All right, we're on yard stream right now. I'm clapping. The rest of the team will be in the building. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, guys. Uh, it is a Toxic Talk Thursday, May the 15th, 2024. No, 2025. 2025. Few minutes after the hour. Welcome, guys. Shawn Harvey Morning Show. Featuring the Wake Up Team with the Queen, SennyJ, Queen, Miss Miko. We got a special guest today. Young up-and-coming comedian, Todd Lawrence is in the building, so we're super excited about that. Listen, this is the only place on earth where you get your morning start, right? You already know. Uh, Please like, share, follow, subscribe to Shawn Harvey Morning Show, featuring Wake Up Team. 9 years running, we're going to do a big celebration. Guys, don't forget that we will be at Comedy Harlem in August to do the live taping of the show. So, of course, we're going to ramp up productions. And usually in the summertime, well, in recent years, we've been, taking off time in the summer, but we're going to go straight into that August date, and then we'll take a few weeks off after that. So get your tickets. Come and see me, Comedy Harlem. Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the team, the whole team, SennyJ, Miss Miko, and other guests. That's Saturday, August the 9th at Comedy in Harlem. We need everyone in the building. And when we do our live podcast, it's on and welcome to the show. Let's just kind of like jump right into this thing. Before Miss Miko come into the room, yesterday, I was caught in one of those awkward positions, and I think that we all, always most of us have been in a position like this, and I'll just share my experience yesterday. I'm doing my thing, I'm working, guys, I got to understand, in the daytime, I'm working too, just like everybody else. And I went out to the supermarket. And matter of fact, the day before, I ran into LaShawn Oliver, our beloved member in the chat room at the supermarket, at my supermarket. LaShawn was on my side of the town. She was going to get, doing some personal stuff. She was going to the supermarket. She was doing her thing. And it was weird because we had a meeting earlier that day. And then, we saw each other, so we embraced. And, Sean's coming up on her birthday, and her and her family and friends are going away. And we talked about that for a minute as well. And plus the project that we're currently working on. So shout out to LaShawn, my sister LaShawn Brown Oliver. God bless you. All right. So then I went back the next day to get some watermelon. I eat watermelon. Guys, put in the one chat room if you are a watermelon eater. So what I do with the watermelon, let me just say this one about the watermelon real quick. So I buy the mini watermelon. Put in the one chat. I don't buy the big watermelon, boss. I get the little mini, a little mini one look like a giant tumor. I get the little watermelon, but I have a liability on cutting the watermelon. I'm not a good watermelon cutting person. I can split the watermelon and I can chop it up into pieces, but my pieces is trash. My wife can cut watermelon like perfect. Like she cut it in these diagonal kind of slices where it looks like you could take a picture and put it on social media. But I'm not good at slicing watermelon. So that particular day, I ran into Sean the day before, and then I went, to the supermarket to get a watermelon and the watermelon, I think it's between $6.99 and $8 for the little
Good morning.
Good morning. For the small, we're gonna get into everybody. Let's wave at Miss Miko.
Good morning.
Miss Miko, we got a special guest at 8:30. I forgot to tell you. So, a young comedian. His name is Todd Lawrence. So you want to come in and we're gonna chop it up with him for 2 minutes, okay?
Okay.
Now, Miss Miko, I want to share this story real quick. And whoa, everybody, Miss Miko, good morning. Go ahead, Miss Miko. You go. You take the floor for a second.
Good morning, everyone. It feels good to be back. I'm a little bit under the weather today, so you're gonna see me sipping my orange juice and I'm going to be drinking my tea, and I'm going to be taking my pills this morning. My granddaughter had a cold, and of course, I was all in her face. And in true baby fashion, what does she do? She comes right up in my face and sneezes. And I got all that. Blah. So now I feel a little congested. My energy is a little low, but I'm here this morning. It's good to be here with you guys. I'm going to get you started right. It's your girl, Miss Miko, and one and only Shawn Harvey. We're missing my girl, SennyJ. She should be here with us tomorrow. She's busy running the world doing whatever SennyJ does, but you want to stick with us. The only place on earth where you get your morning started right.
Clap for Miss Miko. She sounds like a professional. She sounds more professional than I do. Let's clap for her. God, let's clap for Miss Miko. And that's what these babies are out here to do, is to test these adult immune systems.
Yes.
That's all your beloved grandchild is doing, making sure that you're healthy by throwing that little bug in you to see if your body can reject it or accept it. So you're
She
gonna
has
be all
no
right.
sense of personal space. If I'm laying on the floor, she comes and she sits right on my face. She walks on my face, steps all on my back, comes in my face and sneezes. I said, you know something? Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Well, Miss Miko, who baby is this? Yours or your daughter's?
But you know, that's my second baby.
Uh, so welcome to the show, any place on earth where you get your morning start right. Don't forget, guys, August the 9th. Miss Miko, look in your calendar. We moved
I
the date.
wouldn't be here. Or 2026, you talking about the cruise?
No, August the 9th this year.
Oh no, I'll be in Spain. What's going on August the 9th though?
Well, then I'm gonna change it to a comedy show. That's the only date I can get for the comedy of Harlem thing. We can't do it in July. We can't do it in.
What happened to July?
Uh, uh,
So you
no,
made me cancel my July plans,
yeah,
and then
no,
you changed the show and
no.
don't tell me, and my plans is canceled.
I didn't cancel. I didn't change anybody's plans. I gave your dates, and no one could
And
do them.
Sean, what I said, Sean, I got plans that day.
Gave you all the
Come on,
mates.
Miss, let's do the show. I said, you know what, you're right. I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna dedicate my time to the show. I'm gonna do the show, and I'm gonna throw that on the back burner. And then you cancel it.
No, I didn't cancel it. But what I'm saying is, all these dates are not all right. So we'll figure something else out. I'll do a comedy show there in the daytime, and we'll figure out a time that all the three of us can be together. Now, Miss Miko.
See, then the comment they said you said July.
Yeah, I did. I said July. I did.
Yeah, they mad at
you. It was actually July the 12th. It was.
Right. Let me go back in my calendar. So
no, it's true. It's true. I did say that, yes. But then what happened was I wasn't able to do it on July the 12th. See, I had a March date. I mean, a May date. They couldn't do it. I had a June date. They couldn't do it. I got a July date. I couldn't do it. So I stepped into August. And now, not only is Miko's not around, Cindy's not around on August the 9th. So we'll figure it out. We try to, maybe we get it into September, I guess. I don't know. I mean, are you back on the 16th of August?
I'll be back on the 16th, but I'll be just coming off my cruise then.
So what? What are you talking about? You need a whole week to recover from your cruise?
I don't think I could do August 16th. Hold on.
Because you can't, because you need the rest.
I come back on the 15th. I'm not coming out and do a show the next day. I'm gonna be exhausted. I gotta get the hair done, nails done, everything did. It's not gonna work for me.
Oh my God. All right. So what about the 24th? Well, what's the next Saturday?
That's a Sunday, the 24th.
I mean, whatever Saturday that
the 23rd.
is.
That's August 23rd. I can make August 23rd work.
All right. So let me call the club and see if we could do August the 23rd. Yeah, you're right. I was supposed to do July the 12th. You're absolutely right. Come to find out, I forgot that. And that was my fault. I forgot that I had a contract job that day for July the 12th in Baltimore, Maryland. I totally forgot about it. And I was making these announcements that we was doing a podcast, right, Miss Miko? On July the 12th. Don't you know the promoter was listening to the show and he called me, go, yo, what are you talking about? I got you with me, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh my God, I forgot all about it because we kept switching the dates and I now forgot. So let me call the club. I'm going to keep the August the 9th date. I'll do a comedy show and then because I can't keep calling the club and keep moving dates. It's crazy. So
Right.
I'll do a show with the club, and then in September we'll come back and do the podcast. So I think that might make better sense. All right.
Okay.
Well, welcome to the show, guys. The only place on earth where you just want to start. Let's give the prayer emojis for Miss Miko. She's not feeling well.
I feel like trash, guys. You know the trash can emoji? That's what I feel like right now.
So now what I was talking about, and welcome to the show, guys. What did Princess say? I can't see the chat room. I can see Prince's name, but I
He
can't see what he
said
wrote.
he said September's gonna be too chilly. He want to do it in the summer. He want to be summertime fly.
Yeah, no doubt. So maybe August, maybe let's try it in August. I, I gotta call Jamie. Jamie's gonna be like, "Are you
Jamie is
kidding
gonna
me?"
flip his wig.
Jamie's gonna be like, "Are you broke?"
Yeah, Jamie gonna be pissed off.
I should call Jamie. I
He's
should
gonna
call
be
Jamie.
mad. That should be your next call.
I should call Jamie. Let's see if he's up.
I don't
Let's see.
believe I done canceled my plans.
Oh, you canceled your plan, but I gave you 2 dates in May and June, and you didn't even let me know if you can do them, and then I had to cancel those plans. What's wrong with you? Let's hold on, guys. I know it's early in the morning. You know what?
Thank
Let
you,
me check.
Aroma. I'm trying. Thank you so much.
Trying what?
I said I'm trying. She told me to feel better.
Hold on. I'm
Letitia
texting Jamie.
Berglund, good morning. Is Jamie answering the phone?
No, I don't want to call him. I just want to text him first to see if I can talk to him. He should be up.
Yeah, it's 8
Yeah.
o'clock.
You know what? Fuck it. Let me call him. Let's see if he picks up the phone. Can you hear the phone ringing, Miss Miko?
I heard it.
Let's see if he picks up. So early in the morning, but I know it. I called him back. All right. Welcome to the Shawnee Place where we get you more. All right. Now, Miss Miko, this is what I want to talk about real quick before we get into everything else. I ran into LaShawn Brown Oliver at the supermarket, my local supermarket, but she was on this side of town taking care of some business, and we had some small talk. And her birthday's coming up, and we embraced. And actually, me and LaShawn is doing a project together with another young lady in the East End, and we had a meeting earlier in that day. So it was a wonderful coincidence that we ran into each other later in the evening, right in the afternoon. I went back to the supermarket the next day because I'm a watermelon eater. I love watermelons. Miss Miko, do
Put
you
a
love the
pause on that.
watermelon?
Go ahead.
So I like to buy the little mini watermelon, right? I don't buy the big
They
ones.
don't have no seeds. Why would you buy fake watermelon?
I like the little mini ones.
They don't have no seeds.
I don't care.
Carry on.
Okay. So, but I have a liability in cutting the watermelon. I could cut the watermelon, but the little slices. My watermelon slicing game is horrible.
Mm-hmm.
My wife know how to cut them perfect. Where you can put them on Instagram and take a picture of them and give them an Instagram page, right? Now, Miss Miko, go in the supermarket, pick up the watermelon. Here's the interesting. And I'm sure we all been through this, and this is not the first time I've been through this. Before I picked up the watermelon, I went over to the cookie section because Harvey wanted some cookies. And Miss Miko, there was a Babylonian lady crying in the cookie section.
Why?
Well, first, before we get to the why, it was an awkward moment, when you see somebody crying. And I was like, oh my God, like, and then while she was crying, she looked at me. So, like I was like, and I walked towards her because she was walking towards me. So I go, Miss, you all right? Everything's cool? He said, I can't go through this no more. I can't go through this no more. I'm done. And she walks away. And she
What that lady talking about?
I don't know. Miss Miko, I don't know. She just said, I'm done. I'm assuming it was a relationship issue because I got the watermelon. I came out. I went to my car. She's on the phone arguing. What's so funny?
She on the phone arguing?
She on the phone arguing.
Go
So
ahead.
I'm assuming I'm not gonna bet my life on it, but I think it was probably like a relationship thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I was taken back because she was crying and she looked at me. And but I'm a compassionate person. I was like, of course, with a dab of nosiness, of course. I'm like, yo, what's going on? I want to know. But she said she was done and she walked out. So, and then I didn't pursue it anymore. I got my watermelon. I went on with my life. Like I didn't come out the supermarket and go over to her like, you all right, miss? Like I didn't do nothing.
Okay.
So, Miss Miko, before we start, have you ever been in a situation in public spaces where you've seen somebody emotionally crying or whatever, for whatever reason? And have you ever like try to console them or hey, you all right or whatever? Have you ever been through that?
I've seen, yes, to answer the first part of the question, yes, I have seen that. And the second part question, no, I'm on my business. I'd be like, oh, and I keep it pushing. It's not my concern. I'm not in a position to help you. I'm not about to give you $200 to pay your light bill. I'm not doing none of that. If he's chasing you down, he ain't gonna come and see me on you and shoot me too. So no. Oh, and I keep it pushing.
Right.
I'm not getting involved in none of that.
Right. And that's the way I felt when I came outside and I saw her arguing. I saw about her car arguing. I looked at her and I kept it pushing. You are absolutely right.
Yep.
Sometimes you just gotta mind your business because you don't know
Yep.
what can happen. Right? You can talk to that person, and here come the psycho boyfriend, and now you're involved in it. And next
Yeah.
thing you know, you're collateral damage, and you don't know what, and you're just being kind and showing
Something got nothing
compassion.
to do with you. Exactly. I'm on my business with
Exactly. So
everything.
sometimes, put a number one in the chat room if you ever seen somebody emotionally crying. This is like the fourth time this has happened in my life. It's been like, and it's always women. Now, let's make, if I see a dude crying emotionally like that, I'm out of there, bro. No, bro. What's wrong with you?
Why?
Crying for it, man.
You gonna say toughen up, buttercup?
Yeah, that's right. Uh, put no more in the chat room if you ever seen anybody emotionally upset. And did you ever help them, or did you keep it pushing, or I'm with Miss Miko. I might watch or whatever, and I might even go, you all right? But other
I
than
might
that, that
even stop in on the side of the road, Sean. Let me tell you, I was, I don't think you know where I live at. I live by 611, and there's this pull off. One time I was coming home, it was late at night, and there was a car on fire in the parking lot. I was like, oh wow, look, a car. And then I called 911. I went into my house and locked the door. I'm not getting involved in none of that.
is flat, right?
I sent help. I did not stop. I sent help
Right,
and I kept it pushing.
right. You did your civil duties.
Mm-mm.
You called 911 and you kept it going. Yes.
Yep.
All right.
Hey, Vanetta.
All right, welcome to the show. Any place on earth where you get your morning started, right? Shawn Harvey Morning, your wake up team with the Queen, Miss Miko, also the Queen, SennyJ. I'm going to call Jamie back and we're going to see if we can get these dates together because I don't want him to get mad at me. That's why I want him to be on the show with us and so he could talk to us. So he'll know that, we're trying to get this together, but our schedules are not intertwining with each other, but we will work it out. So I want the owner of the club to call in so he doesn't curse me out. And if he does, at least you guys are sitting here and bear witness to it. All right, let's start the show. Thank you so much. A special guest in another 10 minutes. That's my man, comedian. What happened?
Tion Harmon said, a hero is a sandwich. Don't be no hero.
Who said that?
Tion Harmon. I love it, Tion.
Yeah, I do agree. I do
That's
agree.
right. Hero is a
Sometimes,
sandwich.
sometimes minding your business could save your life.
And they cost you nothing.
And right, and course, sometimes you just look from the other side of the street and just keep it pushing because you don't know what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. You're right. 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 A hero. Right. Sandwich is a hero. You're absolutely right. Sometimes you just got to keep it pushing. Even emotionally, or the kindness of your heart, these emotions come up like, "Yo, what's going on? Can I help you?" Sometimes, nope. Go. And sometimes the people who are crying and emotional are the ones who started the mess in the first place.
Yep.
All right. Welcome to the show. You place on earth where you get your morning started. Right. Let's put the prayer emojis in for Miss Miko. She's over there with the hot tea. She's over there with the orange juice. She's over there with the vaporizer. She's over there with the humidifier. She's over there with Vaseline on her face. Pause. She's not feeling, her beloved grandchild, Bailey, gave her a little love cold, and she's gonna be all right. But go ahead, Miss Miko, what you got?
Hold on, let me pull it up. Give me 1 second,
Just put a
guys.
pause on, pull it up, bro.
Put a pause on that.
Yeah, pause.
Hold
That's your
on.
business if you pulling something up. Shout out to Mike Dixon.
Yo, you silly. I got so much to talk about.
You pull. What's going on with Diddy?
That's what I was pulling up. Um Diddy rejected the plea deal and he moved forward with the trial. So you guys know right now Diddy's on trial, and I've been following the trial, really, but not really. But what's pissing me off about this whole situation is that with the alleged freak offs, what is the crime? What is this man on trial for? So the opening argument started on Monday, and they had the sex worker. He went in there and he told his story how, he's been dealing with Diddy and Cassie on and off for many years. He met them at a Grammy Sweetheart Park hotel. Cassie always paid him in cash. After a while, it got more physical. He started going to her house. Diddy was always in the corner. Diddy never interacted with him at all. It was always him and Cassie. However, he did say he began to get really uncomfortable because one day Diddy came in and he punched Cassie across the room, and that made him uncomfortable. He wanted to go to the police, but Diddy came outside and intimidated him by taking a picture of his license plate. And he said, well, if you took a picture of my license plate, I'm scared for my life, so I'm not saying anything. He said right then he started experiencing ED. He couldn't perform for Cassie anymore. He also dropped a bombshell and said, listen, Cassie asked me to pee on her. It wasn't Diddy. All of the instructions were coming from Cassie. This was Monday. Fast forward to Tuesday. Tuesday, Cassie came in. Miss Ventura came in. She's 7 months pregnant, and she was subpoenaed to testify in court. She didn't want to do it, but she was subpoenaed to testify in court. She was saying that when she met him, she was young. He groomed her to do these things. She was very impressionable. All she wanted was for him to be her man and her to be his woman, and don't want anything else. But he kept pushing her to do these lewd acts that she was totally against. It was against her religion. It was against all she stands for. But she wanted to keep her man happy. So that was on Tuesday. Wednesday was part 2 of Cassie's testimony. And again, she's talking about the freak offs and, her being with multiple sex workers and her doing it when she doesn't want to do it. And again, they still didn't talk about him beating her up. It got so uncomfortable in the courtroom that his daughters, the twins, actually had to get up and leave because they were physically ill from hearing about what was happening, as well as seeing, things that was on the TV. Today is going to be Diddy's attorney's turn to cross-examine what's happening. So the defense attorney, now they're going to come in, they're going to put Cassie ass back on that stand and ask her the questions, because you weren't being held against your will. You had your free will to leave. Why didn't you leave? What was the problem? So I can't speak on that until court starts at 9-10 o'clock, and we'll have a full update on that. But that's just bringing you up to date as to what's happening with Diddy's trial, his information. His freak offs. My stance on it is, what is he on trial for? Is he on trial for being a freak, or is he on trial for sex trafficking? And if he's on trial for sex trafficking, I want to see the evidence that he was sex trafficking people, because all they're doing now is talking about his freak offs. So I need to see the sex trafficking part of the situation. Carry on, Shawn.
Welcome to the show, the place on earth where you get your morning started right. Shawn Harvey Morning Show. Wake up with the Queen, Miss Miko. Also, we got a special guest, my man, comedian, up and coming comedian that lives here in the area, Todd Lawrence, going to join us. Shout out to, I see Quincy Morris is in the chat room. Quincy, I love you to death, my brother. Never forget that. And I mean that. Diddy, brother love, Sean Combs, Diddy Combs, he's charged with sexual assault. He's charged with sex trafficking. He's also a charge for exploiting women, whatever that is, whatever charge that is. And they got him underneath the RICO Act. That RICO is where it's a criminal empire, a conspiracy where other people are involved in it, but the person that's the leader is the one charged with all the crimes. That's what they did to John Gotti. Y'all remember John Gotti back? Put him on #1 chat room if y'all remember John Gotti. back in the day. That's what they
Yeah.
charged John Gotti with, a RICO charge. But with the federal government charged with a RICO. And remember, John Gotti beat it twice, but the third time he he couldn't beat it, and he spent the rest of his life in jail. They
Is he
offered
still alive?
now. I think John Gotti's passed away. I think.
I gotta look.
I think he passed. I'm not sure. I think he passed away. Uh,
Let me
and
look.
and then and this and the government offered P. Diddy 5 or 6 years in jail. Remember, he's already did 7 to 8 months already, and he rejected the plea deal. Remember last week, and that's why we had this trial. And here's the thing with the Diddy case. Remember this: P. Diddy, Brother Love, Sean Combs, Puppy, has the top attorneys in the country. Don't get it twisted. He has the best of the best attorneys in this country defending him. Don't these men are coming to play basketball. We're playing basketball. They are not playing. The first witness, he has a problem already. They did the freak offs, but he didn't put in his hotel incident report critical information about what happened when Cassidy would get dragged. And
Right.
then he took pictures and he sent it to his
That
girl
was a
and
security guard, right?
security guard. He took pictures. He sent it to his girlfriend. He sent it here, sent it there. That's so when you're doing things like that and you don't have your report together, you don't think that these high-powered attorneys are not going to dissect everything that you're saying as something that happened years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And Cassie, God bless her, man. Diddy, if you look back at it in hindsight, Diddy didn't have to give her no. Remember, Diddy paid her off millions of dollars so she can keep it quiet. He didn't even have to do that because the government charged him anyway, and she had to go in court and testify. The only agreement in that lawsuit was the only way Cassie can testify if she came to court. They charged him anyway. Diddy, you could have kept that 30, 40, $10 million in your pocket.
In your pocket, yep. She was subpoenaed, but I don't think she wanted to go to court because
Right? She
could you
did.
imagine the uncomfortable conversation if her husband listened to that? Like, did she tell him everything that happened before? Did she tell him everything, or is more things coming out now that she's on the stand 7 months pregnant?
Well, I don't know. But what I do know is, yes, she's uncomfortable talking about this, but that's part of her agreement to get those millions of dollars. She wasn't supposed to say a word for the rest of her life unless she had to go to court. That was the agreement. Now, Cassie, who was she doing this on her own free will or not? That's what the government has to prove. That's what the government has. It's going to be tough to prove that. Because remember the guy yesterday, he said, Cassie, what Miko just said, it's okay for you to urinate on my face or in my mouth or whatever. Now how do you defend that?
Right.
And then wait, before let me just say one thing. I won't go all over the place with this, but Cassie's husband, you already know he's in it for the paper. whatever settlement they have, they live in very comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say that Diddy guy gave her $20 million. $20 million, you can live comfortably for the rest of your life if you live a modest lifestyle.
Right.
So this is a man right now who hold on a second. Let's just bring Todd in real quick. Let me see if I can bring him in.
Yeah.
There go Todd. Everybody clap.
Yeah, top of the morning, world.
Hi, Todd. Good morning.
Miss Miko, this is
Shawn Harvey
comedian.
Morning show. How y'all doing?
Good. This is comedian Todd Lawrence. He lives out here locally. He's an up-and-coming comedian. He runs with your boy Harvey. I'm his favorite uncle right now. We're doing things together. We will continue to do things together. And he's funny as hell. And he's gonna make a legacy out here where he lives. So let's clap for this young man.
Amen. 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 Thank you.
You almost look like Diddy a little bit, bro.
Nah, man, I got that Run DMC shit on. Yeah, come on, man.
Yo,
I'm with the OGs this morning. Come on.
So,
not OG.
So Miss Miko, check this out. So there's got to be, and then we're gonna get to you in a moment, Tom. There's got to be some type of compromise in this man's spirit, knowing that they could live this comfortable lifestyle. And he's in court as a man, listening to this horrific testimony about his wife, and she's also sharing what's happening to her, urinating on the face, taking the sperm shots to the chin, like, and taking the sperm, putting it on Diddy's penis, and
or his nipple.
a lot of nipples. And as a man, am I able to deal with that? Am I able to sit there in court and hear the things that my wife used to do?
Crazy.
Now, he's saying he ain't going nowhere because of the settlement. Now, if this was a regular dude with a regular wife and regular money with regular salary, men are not, I'm not going to be in court. Well, I don't know. See, but if you love your wife,
how long they been together?
Miss Miko got to answer that question. Now, if you love your wife, see, Cassie, if that was my wife, and my wife had that conversation with me, like, listen, when we go to court, this is the things that you're gonna hear, the things that I used to do, right? Miss Miko, Todd Lawrence.
Yeah.
5 years, 4 months.
5 years, 4 months? Yeah,
That's
that's too short to be like in love. It's the money, you know what I mean? Money turns
you. Yeah,
but she got the money after they were married, so I don't think they had like any type of like what do you call a prenup in play. So if he wanted to, he can't leave and take half if he really wanted to.
All right, but what I'm saying is, let's take the money out the equation.
Right.
Everybody got regular salary.
Okay.
Everybody regular. Right?
Yeah.
And if my wife, if that was my wife, but we had that conversation beforehand, like, listen, I got to go to court, and these are all the things that I've done prior to us. Are you willing to support me? And to everyone in the chat room, and I'll ask the others, I'll ask Todd and I'll ask Miss Miko, I'll go first. If my wife was getting slutted out like that, and I knew about it and we was going to court, money or not, I'm still gonna stay with my wife. And we're gonna work through this together. Okay. Now let's put the money back into play. Yes, the money eases the pain a little better. But I will say this: my wife, you can't argue with me in the house no more. There's no arguing because girl, I'm gonna win every argument. I'm gonna win every argument.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap. So as soon as you start barking at me, I'm like, yo, you had urine on your forehead, bro.
You opened your mouth for the urine.
That's right. Now make me something to eat.
And that's another thing too. That means if he wasn't already matching his freak, no Diddy, it's like now you got to go back to that. Like, damn, you like all of this?
Right.
Because I done had sex with women and it was like, you was too gentle with me. I was like, bitch, this is what? I was enjoying it.
I was putting out my best work.
Yeah, I was slow stroking. Yeah, just didn't appreciate that. No, they don't like that no more.
All right, so we'll save the best for last. We'll save the best. We say that, which is Miss Miko. Comedian Todd Lawrence. This is my nephew, guys. Y'all look out for him. He lives up here about 30 miles away from me, but we in the same area. We rocking together.
What city you live in, Todd?
Say it again.
What city do you live in?
What city do I live in? Albraceville.
That's all the way in the back of the Poconos where
that's
like
down
the white folks,
right?
Yeah, next to like Broadheadsville and like East Stroudsburg.
The winery. It's by the winery.
Yeah, over here. Yeah, Snydersville.
Yeah.
That's over there where the houses are only $40,000. You get 8 bedrooms over there.
Man,
that's crazy. Hey,
that's what the
people work hard for this crib.
Yeah. And when it snows, you don't see nobody up there for about a week.
Oh man, when it snows, you better stay in the house.
That's right, Miss Miko. Miss Miko, it's more cosmopolitan where we live. Up there where he live up there. He live in Forrest Gump country.
Yeah. It's different. It's different up there.
You get lost trying to get to my crib. Yeah.
No doubt. They only got one cell tower up there.
Yeah. He up there by Vanetta.
Yeah, he live up there by Vanetta. Yeah.
They be hunting in the woods and stuff out here. Yeah. A whole lot of years.
Now, Todd, let's say money or no money.
Right.
You supporting your wife. You've been married to her for 5 years.
Yeah,
You used to be a Diddy slut machine.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. It's like, that's a lot.
What you doing?
That's a lot. That's a lot, man, for to deal with for the rest of life. And we don't got kids together.
They do got kids.
Oh, see, you gotta
She's
do it.
She's pregnant now. She's 7 months pregnant.
Right. So I gotta make a good example for the kids. You know what I'm saying? I gotta support the family. You know what I'm saying?
So you're leaving or you staying, Todd?
I'm gonna stay with the family.
Thank you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, good man.
I'm gonna stay with the family. You know what I mean? Just no more pictures until like this shit died down. Yeah, don't take no family. I'm not smiling. Yeah.
Yo,
dinner at the crib. Listen, I brought Ruth Chris at the dinner table tonight. Don't worry.
We're not going out. We staying in.
Todd, you know what else I'm doing before we get to Miss Miko?
Yeah.
I'm banning all the Diddy music. No bad boy music in the crib.
Yeah. Yeah. None of that. Take that. Hey. Put on that Kirk Franklin. We need to praise this house today. Yeah.
All right. Miss Miko, before we continue on with the Diddy news, Todd and I are obviously staying. Even if my beloved wife got freaked out with Diddy. A lot of peeing, a lot of sperm, a lot going on. Freak offs once a week. We got the 20 million, so we're good. And even if she didn't have the 20 million, I'ma still stay. Put in the one chat room if you're staying or you leaving. Miss Miko. Todd, we say the best for last.
Yeah.
Mr. Miko, you're getting urinated on your forehead.
I'm not getting urinated on my forehead.
Sperm, Ms. Miko, sperm is coming from all different type of directions.
So it's not. I'm not doing this. I'm not dodging. I'm not doing all this.
Miko, getting smashed out at least once a week on different locations all over the world, and you're testifying. Or if it's vice versa, if it's your husband. Miss Miko, knowing our beloved Mike Dixon, who's your husband, you think he's staying around you after all the continuous freak offs?
For 30 million? Yeah. We're going to have this conversation before I go sit on that stand. I'm telling him everything I got to tell him. I'm going to say, listen, ask me all your questions now, because after I get on that stand, I don't want to hear it. Don't ask me nothing after I get off the stand.
No, hold on, Miss Miko. Why he got to ask you something? Why you just can't tell him what it is?
No, I'm going to tell him everything. And if you have any questions about what I said to him, ask me all your questions right now. Don't ask me no questions when I'm finished testifying. So now you know everything. You make your decision. You hear or no? Then I'm going to make him sign an NDA that he can't talk about it to nobody ever.
What?
And then we good.
Bugging right now. Wait. So, Miss Miko, what are you telling him exactly?
He can't discuss it when he can't.
No, I'm talking about the act.
He can't do no story. I'm gonna tell him everything. I'm be like, listen, I was a bad girl. A bad girl.
Yeah, go ahead. And what else? What else you gonna say?
I had dudes peeing on me. I was dodging bullets. I was doing this. I was doing that. I would tell him everything.
Right.
I'm gonna put all my cards up, all trust. That's what we doing. We
need to go get saved. Like, you need to wake up every day, talk about this is the new verse of the day. I'm be all right.
So, Ms. Miko, you saying after all of this, he's got to sign a non-disclosure saying that he can't talk about this to nobody?
No, he can't write no book. He can't do anything with the information I'm giving, because you get inside information. You getting real good information. He can't do anything with the information.
So is it safe to say that all three of us agree that if this was our spouses that was involved, that we're all staying? Because I'm staying. That's the one. Miss Miko, you staying?
Yeah, I'm staying.
Todd, you staying?
Yeah, if you put me in that situation, you know what I'm saying? I could never imagine being in that situation. But yeah, since you put me in that situation, I gotta support the family. Yeah.
30 million. 30 million, Todd. 30 million.
Yeah, and we going to help charity. We going to uplift the community, all that good stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna donate the sperm research, urine research.
Yeah.
Ro Hollis said, you can't even tell my son he's a bad boy.
Yeah.
No kidding.
So, a chat room. Before we continue on, chat room. What's your thoughts? Are you staying in the relationship after all this information is out there for the world to hear, and this is true evidence of your mate? Are you staying or are you
Sister
leaving?
Soldier said she's staying.
Thank you. And let's think about it. Some of us listen. Some of us have been slutted out without the money. Put a number one if you ever
Some
been
of us did it for
slutted.
$40.
Put a number one on the chat room if you've been urinated on or slutted on, and you didn't get no paper for it. I would like to say that Princess Cox no pause in the chat room is SEAL team member and Shawn Harvey.
He
That's
said
probably,
Cassie is SEAL team material, Sean. Cassie is SEAL team material.
yeah. And Cassie, oh my God. I'm sorry to say it's the slut of the year, but at least you got paid for it. And but let's go back to that. And guys, let's welcome my beloved nephew in comedy, Todd Lawrence is in the building. Let's give him a round.
Good morning.
Hey,
Good
nephew
morning,
Todd.
world. Good morning. Good morning. Top
Hey,
of the
Todd.
morning. Top of the day. Yeah.
Todd, how long you been doing stand-up comedy?
This is my 3rd year on the stage, grabbing that mic. Pause. Yeah.
Yeah, clap.
Yeah, put a pause on grabbing the mic, Todd.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
no
know
doubt.
what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yo, Miss
Ron,
Miko.
be watching this shit. Pause. No
Yo,
kidding.
Miss Miko, before Todd came in the room, he was talking. And he was like, "Yo, I'm ready, man. I'm gonna go scrub my ass and we get ready, my fast." I said,
No, I
"Whoa,
ain't say all that. Scrub my
whoa,
ass. I'm
whoa,
gonna
whoa.
scrub my face and put my conditioner
You
in.
can't be scrubbing. You can't tell another man that you scrubbing his ass."
I got that nappy hair, you know what I mean? That natural. I gotta put the leave-in conditioner and make my curls get right a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Yeah.
Todd, are you? How old? If you don't mind me asking, like, how old are you? Like around your age?
I'm not a woman, so I don't mind if I was 80. Nigga, I'm gonna tell you. I'm 29. I just turned 29 February 2nd. So no kids, 29. You know what I'm saying? Mom still live at the crib with me. You know what I'm saying? I paid mortgage.
Mom live in the crib with you,
Yeah,
or you live in the basement of mommy's crib?
moms, man. I ain't gonna kick her out. Yeah, that's what I tell people. You gotta listen.
I think you live with mom, Todd.
Todd,
Yeah,
Todd, are you single or in a relationship?
Yeah, I'm single right now, man. You know what I'm saying? I was just in I was in a few different long-term relationships, 4 years, 3 years. You know what I'm saying? I tried to make it work. You know what I mean? Went in with my money up and left with my money down. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm back trying to get my money back up. Yeah, I'm for real. I'm being honest.
I get it.
Todd, how many baby mothers do you have?
0. I just say I got no kids. Thank God. Clap for that, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to have no broke children. You know what I'm saying?
A responsible young man. I like that.
Yeah, mom's raised me well. You know what I'm saying? We had it. You know, we wasn't broke, but it's a lot of broke kids out here right now, and it's because of the parents. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. You can't rush it. You know what I'm saying? My pull-out game is on 2000.
All right, let's clap for the young man, Todd. Miss Miko, 28 years old, no kids. When I was 28, I already had 9 kids already.
I believe it, because you was nasty. You was part of the
I was
doing nasty business.
No, I was doing the free golf.
Nasty. Just nasty.
Right. So, Miss Miko, back to and guys, if you're in the chat room, if you don't mind, let's show my beloved nephew in comedy, Todd Lawrence, some love right now. He's on the show. He's here for a few minutes, and God bless him.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Now, Miss Miko, in the Diddy trial, right? We might as well put the cards on the table right now. I think this trial is going to last a few more weeks, and then it's over. It's not going to be a long trial. And Ms. Miko just said, Todd, that now it's time for the defense to start, do course examinations with
today.
Cassie, and they're going to tear her ass up on that stage.
They are.
Trust me. They don't care about the
pregnancy.
Big belly.
They don't care
about the pregnancy. That baby in the stomach could kiss their asses right now. They are here to get Diddy off, and they're going to drag her through the mud. And I can't. And just to let y'all know, guys, I'm invested in the Diddy trial. Miss Miko and Todd Lawrence, I've been reading the transcripts after this over with. Clap for me.
Yeah.
Miss Miko, I think I'll actually, ladies first, Todd. No, matter of fact, you first, because Miss Miko's she's the co-host of the show. So let me ask you first. Well, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna keep it so real with y'all, and it's gonna feel good. Pause that I say this. It's gonna be two words I'm gonna say right now, Todd Lawrence, and everyone that's listening. And Miss Miko, I'm gonna say it right now. Y'all ready?
Yeah, let's get it.
Free Diddy. Let's clap. Let's clap. Let's clap.
Oh yeah.
Yo, Todd. Todd.
Yo.
Yo, Todd. Listen to me, nephew. You're
Take that.
28. You're 28 years old. You're single. You're an African American man. The prosecution they wouldn't want you on the jury.
Right.
I don't think so.
Yeah, too much
If you was
support.
on the jury right now, like, what are your thoughts? Like, are we leaning guilty, not guilty? Where you at right now?
Listen, man. I think this guy is insane. You know what I'm saying? I think Diddy is an insane individual for real. You know what I mean? I couldn't imagine. I told you I don't even really like to choke women and say, yeah. So you talk about you gonna pee on her and kick her after she don't want. Yeah, I don't support that type of activity. Yeah, that's little. He gonna be in there with Charles, the niggas that's on gay on the inside. I'm telling you, he fucked up.
So what do you say? Guilty or not guilty?
I say he guilty, man, because it's like fucked up, man. It's like, damn, I want to have a daughter one day, and I couldn't imagine having. What the fuck did you say? What? Nah, man, that's
so.
Yeah, you imagine what her dad is thinking. You're right. I didn't think about from a father.
Yeah, but Todd,
what's up?
In your young sexual life, I know you don't bust a lot of nuts back in your day. And even though you're 21, you bust 1,000 nuts already. I get it. You're gonna catch up to me in 2 years. Trust me.
Yeah, I stay in the gym. I don't know you. Yeah, you got it. I don't know. I mean, I be on that elliptical.
Now, Todd, Diddy has urinated on the female. I'm for sure you have urinated on one or two in your life.
Never, ever in my life.
Never urinated on the broad?
Yeah, chick urinated on me. I know that squirt shit is pee. I know. I smelt it one day when she got up. I said,
"You're so stupid."
Oh yeah, okay. All right. I like it still though, but I'm not. Don't do it until we about round 2. I know I didn't make this shit happen off one stroke. Bitch, you try to just pee on me. No, don't.
All right. So Todd, you're saying if you was on the jury,
yeah,
you at the way you feel right now, this is a guilty verdict for you.
I would me personally, Shawn, man, I don't like to be in no type of negative environments, dude. Like that is a negative ass environment to me. Like you done fucking made the room feel like we in. You seen the movie Sinners when they was all dancing, like all this. Yeah, this is a crazy environment to be in. I don't want to be here. You peeing on bitches. I wish you the best. He brought a Bible to the room, didn't he? What the fuck is you doing?
All right. Miss Miko, welcome to the show, guys. It's only place on there. I can't see the chat room. Who's I don't Miss I will get to that later. Miss Miko, are there people in the chat room? I don't even know.
Yeah, they are.
Okay.
They having a good time talking.
Gotcha. All right. So Miss Miko, Todd is given so far he's given a guilty plea. You know, the peeing, he can't take the peeing, and he can't take all that.
No.
Miss Miko, if you was on the jury, and I think that you, as an African American woman, a grown ass woman, you know, let's say from 35 to 60 years old, we don't know how old Miss Miko is. You would be a bad candidate for the prosecution, I think. Mm-hmm. The defense would want you on. I think the defense would favor a person like you, comparison to the prosecution. I think that might be safe to say.
Okay.
All right, Miss Miko, if for what you've been hearing now, and you were on the jury, which way you leaning? Guilty, not guilty?
Just based on what I've seen so far and I've heard so far, I would say not guilty. Because how could you be guilty of being an adult and having a freak off? Like, he's not guilty.
Okay. Listen, I could agree with you, like on that aspect of like, okay, is he guilty for doing what he did? All right, that's cool. But I feel like as a person, I feel like that shit is sick. You know what I'm saying? I read somewhere he said, yeah, he was busting a nut, and then she was rubbing it off with his the other guy's chest and put it on Diddy. Like, wow.
Where's the crime though?
I know. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so I could say then. Where's the stat? Right. Okay.
So let's say this. So one of the trials, I do lean with Miss Miko with this time because one of the charges are sex trafficking charges. Now, is that the transport of baby oil via Amazon? Like, is that
We
that
don't
might be
know,
a
Sean. We have to wait for it to come out in court. We don't
yeah?
know what this
Is that a
electronic
crime?
drugs are.
Is that a crime to order the baby oil from New York and for it to be delivered to California? Because that's now a federal. But where is the sex? Where's the sex trafficking part of this? I do agree with Ms. Speaker. I'm struggling with that part of it. Yeah, he's nasty. He's
LG,
he's a
rainbow nigga. Yeah,
he's a glorified swinger.
yeah.
He wants to stand in the corner and bust a nut while his lady's getting gang banged.
That's his business. Again, that's not a crime.
Yeah. I really don't see the crime. For right now, I'm with Miss Miko. So here on the Shawn Harvey Morning Show Feature Wake Up Team, we have 3 jurors on the panel. One is saying guilty, and 2 is saying not guilty. Free Diddy. In the chat room, what are y'all guys saying? Number 1, free Diddy. Number 2, have him locked up. Go ahead, Todd. What you want to say?
Yeah, I'm gonna say like this, because I'm gonna reiterate on what I was saying as far as because I get what y'all saying as far as okay, is he guilty for doing what he did? Okay, maybe he's not guilty, but coming from Todd Lawrence Jr. as a person, I think he is sick. Like that's a sick individual.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you send the sick nigga home. He
I
might.
agree. I can agree with that.
Yeah, we can agree with that.
Yeah, to each his own. I ain't hanging out with the nigga after this. Nothing. I ain't even going near his property. I'm like, whoa, hey, that's Diddy Street, nigga. We got to go this way.
So, Miss Miko, let me ask you, because you know what? We're having so much fun. We only got a few minutes left, and we truly put the number 1 chat room if you're enjoying the show today. Put a number 2 if you're not. Shout out to Nicole Harris. I could just see you in the chat room for some strange reason. Shout out to you, Miss Miko. Let's ask this question now from a woman's perspective, okay? Diddy had his daughters in the. I was about to say Diddy had his daughters in the chat room. I mean, Diddy had his daughters
in court,
in court, right?
Mm-hmm.
And on 2 occasions, the daughters walked out the first day and yesterday because of this graphic testimony. Ms. Miko, let's get a woman's perspective on this. What do you think that is so upsetting for these young ladies to get up? Now, they're there to support their father.
Social media.
What is it, Ms. Miko, that provoked, in your opinion, that provoked these young ladies from getting up and leaving the courtroom?
I think just hearing the testimony of their dad, because then that's dad. I don't want to hear that about my dad. I don't want to hear that my dad is doing weird stuff to women. I don't want to hear any of that. So I think it was just emotional for them to just sit there and listen to what their dad was doing with Cassie and the escort. Because that's the day they walked out, right? When the male escort was there.
Yeah.
I think so I think it was just, I don't want to hear stories about my parents.
Now, hold on, Todd. Now let me ask you this. Let's flip it.
Yeah, fact.
Now, in this graphic testimony, because you heard what she said, they don't want to hear this about their dad. Yeah. But in this same graphic testimony, none of the sons got up and left.
Okay, right. So now my opinion on that exactly.
They freaks too. They just like their daddy. They understand.
And when it comes from males, we more like like we 10-toe. We could take certain things. A woman, a female, it's a little emotional, and social media is big right now. This is what we on right now. So it's like everything that's being said, her friends, her girlfriends, they gonna text her right as soon as it's over. So
now to all the aunties in the chat room, if you have an available niece, because Todd is single. He's out there, he's a little single. He ain't committed to nothing right now.
Yeah,
But hold on, let me finish. Hold on, let me finish. So all the aunties in the chat room that got a beautiful niece or whatever, Todd is willing to talk. No commitment. He has a car. He has a house. His mom's live in the house with him. He has
I got comedy show tickets on sale. Listen, come out and have a good time at a show. I'll show your daughter a great time. You too, you come with her. Yeah. We all gonna laugh together. Great food. You know what I'm saying? I'll get moms a free ticket too. You know what I mean?
And speaking of that, in a few weeks from now, we were down at the IQ Cigar Lounge in East Stroudsburg. and in the Poconos, and Todd will be there. That's May the 24th. So y'all come on out. You'll meet him, and if you got if you have a beautiful niece, don't bring the ugly
A
nieces. Don't bring
beautiful
the
niece
ugly.
is over 21.
Don't bring the wearing hair
Stop.
nieces.
Don't come with
Don't bring her
Don't
with the
bring
stab wounds and the
no
don't bring
OnlyFans.
don't bring the nieces with high mileage. Uh,
Don't come with 3 kids talking about Jesus, you don't have. I'm not stepdaddy. No, put them to sleep. Just-
all my aunties in the chat room, who I love y'all to death. You already know. If you have an eligible niece that would like to say hello to Todd, you feel more than welcome. But make sure it's the right niece, okay? Miss Miko, one last story, and we're gonna get out of here. I think no, we're done.
We're
Miss
done.
Miko,
Yeah.
could you shout out? Is there some folks in the chat room that we can acknowledge really quick?
Yes,
I
shout out
can't.
to Nicole Harris. Hey girl, hey, Rel Holla. He's the fourth member of the SEAL team. What's up, Rel? Vanetta George, what's up, Miss Vanetta? Danielle, hey girl, hey. Letitia James Branch, are you new? Do I know you, girl? Drop something in the comments. What's up, Letitia? Thank you for listening. Nyroma, what's up? How you doing? Princess No Pause Cox. What up, Princess Cox? I said Danielle Williams. Let me keep going. They was very active in the chat room today. Mike Dixon, what's up, baby? Sister Soldier, hey sis, how you doing? I think you're traveling, Sister Soldier. Safe travels.
Hold on. You're not gonna bypass Mike Dixon with a baby. Let them know what's up with a
I
hey
said,
baby.
what's up, baby? I just saw him, Sean, right before the show started. He walked out the door.
Yo, show your husband some love,
Oh
bro. What's
my
wrong with you, man?
gosh.
I mean, baby. It's just be
I
like, yo,
literally just saw
everybody,
him.
that's Mike Dixon, my husband. He out here paying these bills.
Everybody knows.
He got the white pickup truck. He's outside. Don't hit me. Hey, baby. Nah, ain't no baby. It ain't no baby. Hey, yo, Mike, my guy. You're a great husband over there, Paul. Keeping the lights on in that bitch.
Everybody knows.
Peeing in the toilet.
Right.
He's a good catch.
Yeah.
Everybody, we truly appreciate you. Thank you so much for tuning in. But Miko, before you get the last word, we have guys, and he'll be back on future shows, no question about it. This is my nephew in comedy. He's up here in the same region where I'm at. He's doing stand-up. Been doing stand-up for 3 years. He's up and coming. He's going to be a superstar in the game. It's the one and only Todd Lawrence. Todd, where can they find you? What other shows you got? Let my people know where you at, bro.
Yeah, I was just about to jump in and say that. Thank you for adding that in. I got a podcast that's streaming on YouTube right now. It's called One Life Podcast. It's called One LYFE Podcast, where I bring different talent, passionate, self-driven, motivated people on the platform each week, and we talk about their journey. Like I have magicians, comedians, DJs, athletes, personal trainers, so all type of different type of talent. And it's a positive platform where we just talk about their journey and motivate people that's watching to chase their dreams and find something outside of their 9-to-5 job. I got that's on YouTube and Spotify right now, One Life Podcast. I got a movie on Tubi that I was just in with a producer named Christopher English. It's called High Value Man. It's on Tubi right now. It's my first ever movie appearance. You know what I'm saying? Many more to come. We working on a new one right now. So I'm working, you know what I'm saying? And I got a bunch of comedy shows just coming up. I got no agent yet, no manager, but God is great all the time, and he's been blessing me with great people in my life and my journey to just get me going in the right direction where I need to be. So just stay tapped in on that. T-Law 2296 on Instagram, TLAW 2296 on Instagram, and Todd Lawrence on Facebook. I post all my flyers. Everything that I got going on is on there. So just stay tapped in, stay tuned. I put my comedy skits up there so y'all could just have fun and laugh and just keep going up. We got one life to live. Let your future evolve. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Todd, quick question. I'm putting everything in the chat room. Yes. Your IG is at TLAW 2296.
Yes.
And your podcast is ONELYFE podcast on YouTube, all one word?
Yeah, just the number. So number one.
Okay.
LYFE podcast. Yeah. You spell it out just like that. And then you'll see hosted by Todd Lawrence. Yeah. We up episode number 38 right now.
Okay, yeah. I just put it in the chat room so folks know where to find you.
So you guys, if y'all don't mind, you're going over there and support Todd Lawrence. He's a good young man. That's when you know. That's when you know you're getting old. When you would describe somebody as a good young man. God bless him. Miss Miko, your last word for you, and we are out of here.
To be honest with you, Shawn, I don't have a final word.
Okay, then that's fine. Then we out of here.
I'm
Hey,
not
guys,
feeling well today. I'm sick, y'all. I'm
that's
sorry.
fine. For a prayer emoji for Miss
Take
Miko.
your
Hey,
medicine and get some rest.
all right. Well, guys,
Thank you.
we truly appreciate you. We see you on Monday. God bless you. Shawn Harvey Morning Show.
Oh,
Wake
y'all, blessings.
Todd
Thank
Lawrence,
you for having me.
no doubt. Todd Lawrence and Miss Miko.
And I'm
God
about to
bless
end
you.
on this. I want to say one more thing. I'm about to go to the gym, so make sure y'all get y'all exercise in. You know what I'm saying? Healthy heart, healthy life, health is wealth. Wealth
That's
is health.
right.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, guys. We see you. Have a good day. Put a number one in the chat room if you enjoyed the show today. Put a number 2 if you did. Thank you so much. We are out of here. Let's wave at these folks, guys.
Bye, guys.
Love, 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 love. Y'all stay up.